Hello, this is Dragonblades. Welcome to the first VOD for Hades, the SuperStar update. And this patch just dropped 2 days ago. Yeah, and I've played a few games. And right now I'm just going to do a full run through with whichever weapon has Dark Thirst on it. In this case it's going to be Exegriff. A thing to note is after you complete a run through, not even get to beat the final boss or anything like that, but just a run through in general, your all weapons unlock this sort of dark sphere thing, and by interacting with it you're able to exchange chthonic keys, I think that's what it's called, chthonic keys, for permanent upgrades to your weapon. And after you can also unlock different aspects. The reason I choose Eris is just because it's good damage, and the other two, Hestia is bad. This aspect is just simply bad. Bonus max ammo is good, but there are situations where it no longer matters if you never have to reload with Infinity Chamber. So I just go with Eris's aspect because this covers every single scenario, whether you have to reload or not. Just a very quick showcase of what Eris's aspect does. You throw a special. If you stand in the special, notice the buff, like the fire lightning thing coming out around you, and your attacks do more damage. Or all, hold on, let me clarify that.
Let me see you now for what you truly are.
Yep, all damage. Yeah, everything does more damage. Your cast, everything. So right now, a shot does 15, cast does 50. We special, shot does 25, cast does 74. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward. With that said, we're gonna go for these bounties. This is a new Pact of Punishment. You can choose to, when you first run, I recommend just go through all of them with 0 heat at the start, because each bounty scales with heat. So yeah, just as you run through, add more heat to fill out the bounties on the left, and then you'll be able to get more rewards. I'm not sure if you get all the rewards if you just run through with, say, the maximum amount of heat possible. I'm not sure, but I'm not really willing to test it, so I'm just gonna run through them with the designated heat. Alright, here we go. First one is Ares. Very, very nice. Don't really care what he says. These are all bad. Simply put, these are all bad. I'm gonna take Slicing Shot to test out a theory. So for the games that I have played so far with Hades in this new SuperStar patch, I think I played maybe 9 complete run-throughs, and on 7 of them I've been able to get duos. I'm gonna see how easy it is for me to get Hunting Blades duos with Artemis. Yeah, general playstyle for Eris's aspect is you just want to push in. Shoot the special a little bit earlier so that it drops just as they spawn, and then you go from there. Well, looks like we're going for duos. So to get the Hunting Blade duos, you need to have, number 1, Ares' cast, and number 2, you need to have something from Artemis within that fills up the left column of your abilities. Hold on, I need to select this and I'll talk more about left side of your abilities. These are all pretty bad. We'll take Deadly Flourish though. It's the least worst. So what I mean by left side abilities, you need something to cover your attack, your special, your cast, your dash, or your wrath. Right. Generally for most duos, this is a general rule. As long as you have 1 of anything in this far left column, you unlock the duos for it. Sometimes it's very specific as to which one you need unlocked. For that one, as for which one you need unlocked, but in general, you need something on the left hand side. So the reason we didn't dash in on the first one is because the guy was already looking to charge me, so there's no reason for me to run into him and take that damage. This case both are fine. I'm gonna go for Centaur Heart. In general, if you're first starting out, just try to take as many hearts as you can. The more tanky you are, the harder it is to kill you, the longer you'll last, yada yada yada, so on and so forth. But in general, for my runs, I like to end up with about 200 health. So that's 4 center hearts by the time I get to the end of my run. And I face the final boss. Generally, I think 200 health. Excuse me. I think 200 health is a good solid point to be. We can even throw out our casts early. Same reasoning, just to get them out first, so that as they spawn, they'll take the damage. The one thing that you have to note when you're dashing into your special is keep in mind, if you do choose to do that, you're going to be down at least 1 dash. Just something to keep in mind. And you only have 2 dashes, so use them wisely. So when enemies lose their armor, they get broken. And then after they break, you're able to stun lock them. What I mean by that, oh, can't show that. Can't show this one. Actually, maybe I can. Need to kill them. Always go for the ranged ones first. So I'm gonna try and break his armor. Alright, his armor's broken. Now we just auto. We want to keep up the damage on him. That was a terrible example. But generally, after you break their armor, or if they have no armor at all, as long as you continue attacking them or buffering them, they'll stop moving. Poseidon isn't bad here. We'll just take it. I kind of wanted to switch it, fidget it around with it, just to see if I could get unlock my duos faster, but this is fine. Poseidon has the best wrath in the game by far. Zeus is a close second. That should have hit me. Oh well. We take those. Zeus is a close second just in terms of pure damage, but Poseidon's wrath is by far the best. Just damage, invulnerability, and maneuverability. Everything that we love. Unfortunately, we don't need to get it. So instead we're going to take Tempest Strike. Always check your chamber to see if the shop is the one before a... If you always look to see which chamber you're at to guess if you need to, if this is the last one before the stage's mini boss. Just a note for these chambers where you're expected to just stay alive, there's no value in you killing them. There's none at all. Because if you kill them, they spawn new ones. If you don't kill them, they spawn new ones. And if you, sorry, I'm just trying to clear out the vases. Vases will block your run. But yeah, but just run around the room. Like, I don't know what else to say. It's just, there's no value. There's no value for you to fight them. And, you know, if you don't gain anything, why do it at all? So just keep running around. Alright, so excuse me 1 second. No, my sounds are not wrong, but it sounded kind of weird, so I had to check on that real quick. Okay. Up to 150 gold, I'll take it. Sorry, I blocked out. Oh, not blocked out, I just lost my train of thought for a second. Anyways, yep. I'm gonna throw it out as they spawn. We're gonna try our best to get in the zone, get in the blast zone. Oi, oi, oi. That's a disgusting charge rate. Yeah, got him. Oh, that's that. So between these two, honestly, I want to go for the duel, so I'm gonna pick this one. Keep in mind, if you don't take a hammer this stage of Tartarus, there's a chance where you get in the next one in Asphodel, so don't sweat it too much. Also, if you don't pick it right now, it's very likely for it to occur at the... Oh, what the... Oh, that was a weird bug. Okay. Crystal Magni is fantastic. We'll take it. Yeah. These are homing. Well, not all... Oh, yeah. Well, there goes no damage for this one. In general, just keep moving around. Always look for the ranged. The general rule is, if you start to lose your bearing, it's fine. Just try to recollect yourself. Just try to focus on gaining control of the situation first. You know, run away from the damage dealers and just try to regroup. General rule of thumb: kill the ranged ones first. Ooh, this is tempting. This is tempting, but it's not as good as Hades is. So in that case, we're gonna take Hunter's Mark. More Ares. That's what we want. We want Ares and we want Artemis. We just want to increase our chances. Okay. For the duels. Okay, so this is Thanatos. Unfortunately, this is now kill them fast. Kill them fast as we can. So we're gonna try and lead them out of the big death circle. If they get marked, that's fine. If they get marked, we can kill them. If they're in the big death circle, that's very difficult for us. Oh god. I wasn't watching the mine on the bottom of the floor. Oops. As long as you beat him in numbers, right? It's fine. We have such great boons at this early stage in the game that we're just able to destroy him in this contest. Nice, we got hunting blades. It's perfect. And if you beat him, you get Centaur Heart, which is great. So the great thing about hunting blades is now we just throw these out and they home. But yeah, just lasers are not fun. Not fun at all. We're always going to dash at an angle. Our goal is that we just barely sidestep the laser, which sounds risky, but in reality, it's the most efficient dodge. Okay, so now Chamber 12, we know that we're going into the mini boss next. We're going to take Treasure Trove. More money is always better. And we're going to take this. We're going to take the Chaos Gate. Simply because we have enough health to do it right now. If you're early in your runs and you haven't progressed as far into the game, and you don't have as much health, or you don't have as much recovery, just don't do it. It's not worth it. The amount of health that you lose for some of these buffs are not worth it. Like, you can't earn gold, but your cast is more damage. Or, like, actually, that's really good. That's really good for us. That's perfect for what we're going with hunting blades. All right, we do that. Rip. No gold. Can't earn any gold. And keep in mind whenever you take a Chaos Gate right before a mini boss, you're always going to come to the shop. Casts are what they are, but this is just an incredible amount of damage. Almost 30 damage. We want to buff up slashing shot, but this is too good to pass up. These are all meh. After party doesn't really take effect. In that case, we're just going to take premium vintage. We want more health. More health is good. Quick notes. Notice how there are 3 Fury Sisters? This is part of my pack of punishment. I made this mini boss fight harder than it should be. If you're starting out, it should only be 1 Fury. Don't sweat it. It's just how this run is.
Keep you waiting, ladies.
General rule of thumb is still the same. We're going to focus on the middle girl. She has a dash attack. Oh, yeah. She has 2 different types of dash. One is a charge dash. One is a dash and then spin, as you just saw. We're going to... Oh, lots of damage. Tons of damage. Yeah, there it is again. I promise you, most of these fights are not this easy. It just happens we have great duos with Artemis and Ares. Probably shouldn't have taken damage at all, but oops, my bad. And that's pretty much going to be the story of this round, of this run through. It's just the hunting blades carrying us. Don't need any of these. There's always going to be money in these cases when you're going through into the next stage. And here we are in Asphodel. So sometimes there's vases here with money. So our goal is to look for either the new encounter. I think her name is can't remember. Sorry. Orpheus's girlfriend, basically. Yeah, we're either looking for her or we're looking for Hammer. We're gonna throw our blades out first. Prep it. Oops. Should not have taken that. I ran into that. My bad. Sure, why not? In general, if you're starting out and you don't have enough keys, don't take these chests unless they're just too appealing. Well, what I mean by that is, some of them give health, some of them give money. You know, if one of them, if they don't take if they don't take any keys to open, they're fine. You can go for as many of those as you want. But if they take keys to open, unless you truly desperately need it, then you go for it. What I mean by that is, say, I don't know, say you're low on health and it's offering you, you know, plus 50 health. Obviously, you're gonna go for it. Here we go. This is the chance encounter that I was talking about. We're gonna give her one of these ambrosias. Eurydice. Eurydice.
And I, in turn, shall go through your incredible cooking awful fast, given the oven.
Hey, hun, what's going on? Speak up. I know when something's up down to my roots, and some.
Well, it's just, I think I wanted to tell you more of Orpheus, since he's court musician in my part.
Orpheus said all that, huh? Tell you what, the next time you run into him, you ask him about the time that he came all this way to try and save me, even though I.
Yes, I do believe I can.
Yeah, well, neither did he. But you know what? Actions beat intentions, hun. Now here, how about a treat and you can be on your way?
Alright. So, yeah. You always want to give ambrosia bottles to the first encounter. I've already met her before, so I got her. She already gave me a keepsake. And this is what she offers us. She offers us ambrosia, palm porch, or fresh nectar. So for ambrosia, 2 of your boons go up in the next rarity. Overall solid. The problem with right here is you can't check which boons you have right now. Yeah, it is what it is. Palm porch, every boon or up to 4 random boons. It says up to, but from what I've tested so far, it's been 2 and 4 without question. It's always been 2 and 4. They might patch it, they might change it later, but for right now, as of today, which is October 11th, 2019, this is what it is. 4 boons, get +1 level. Not bad. Refreshing nectar. Next 3 boons have upgraded rarity. Solid. The one time that I took these, the next 3 boons all had rares, so not bad. In general, I take Ambrosia Delight. I just think upgrading the rarities is really important.
There you go.
Especially when you only have few. Oh my goodness, that's insane. So Curse of Agony is now heroic. Slashing Shot is also heroic. These are perfect.
See you.
Stay cool.
Yeah, she's pretty good. Pretty good. One thing to note when you run into Asphodel, whenever you run in here, always look to attack in front of you. Attack or defend in front of you. Because what happens is, some of these chambers, they throw ranged witches at you. And if you're not attacking to basically deflect their attacks, you're already stuck in a bad spot. Although you can't kill the projectiles of these Gorgon heads. Keep that in mind. Always check this to see if there's anything good. That's fine. What's in this? Oh, can't earn gold. Rip. Yeah, so if you can't, and I'll always look at the rewards. If you can't earn gold, what's the point? We're gonna take Dionysus.
Somebody lose a spine out there.
So we're looking to send out our special, also send out our cast. We want to always kill this blue thing first, this invulnerability thing first. We're gonna shoot our cast onto wherever the most number of enemies spawn, and then we're gonna run into them. Watch out, this guy can't get sung off for some reason. Shoot our special, throw out our blades, always dash as soon as you see them come because, you know, they're gonna run at you. And they all have armor. Alright. Positive outlook is good, but nasty dash is exactly what we want. So, in this next encounter, I'm gonna try and show it. Basically, if you progress far enough in the mirror, there's this something, I believe it's called privileged status. Essentially what it is if you affect, notice the star thing on the side of our enemy's health bars? Is that if they're affected by two curses, they take more damage. Really, really good. And since we're dashing into most of these people anyways, because, you know, I believe it's Eris's aspect, you know, makes sense. And now we have Popper's Shot, which our casts do feel 51% damage. We'll take these. Wait, where'd he go? Yeah.
Why pay these wretches?
What's that?
22. This is not a final chamber, but we're going to take Hermes. In general, boons are worth a little bit more than excuse me, than palms. You can't kill that projectile either. In general, boons are worth more than palms, and centaur hearts are worth more than palms. Sorry, let me rephrase that better. The ordering from the least costly to the most costly is palm, then heart, and then boon. But the thing is, different scenarios call for different things. Say if you already have enough health. If you already have enough health, you might as well go for palms. If you have a really great starter boon, we're gonna go for the flourish. It's the best one. Anything that makes your attacks faster is good, and we're gonna take hammer. Because if we don't take hammer now, it's going to disappear. Oh yeah, and got sidetracked for a second. So in general, if you start out, say if I start out and I only had slicing shot, or not slicing shot, say if I only had curse of agony and it was already epic, right? I would want to get as many palms as possible early on to just get this fantastic attack to the maximum level, or as close to maximum level. Piercing fire is fine. Rocket bomb, inescapable blast is actually what I would probably take. This is fine too. They're all fine. In this case, we're just gonna take piercing fire. I'm not a fan of all of those three though. The reason I'm taking piercing fire is, as we're going to find out. Oh, one comment on this serpent or bone hydra. He's not gonna look like this in your first run through. This I'd also take another. I took another contract to make him harder. Normally this stage has a way more groundwork, but yeah. General goal is just to try and get inside our special. Might not always be able to, but we're gonna try our best. And we're gonna send out these blades to just kill everybody else. And the reason I have soundtrack playing is, since I'm sure some of y'all are wondering, is I've listened to this Hades soundtrack a lot of times in my many run-throughs. Not to say it's bad, it's fantastic, but you hear anything over and over again for a long time, you really want to listen to something else while you're running through. Oh god. Thing to note is that after his first two encounters, well not encounters, first two stages where he summons heads, this third stage he smacks 3 times. You can tell what the head's gonna do just by their coloring. I think that the pinkish reddish ones are the wave ones. The green ones throw out this kind of mine thing, and then the pure red ones are the red ones and red skulls throw out lava bombs. Not lava bombs, lava pools. Yeah, but that's about it. I mean, the same principle applies. Just try to keep moving. You want to focus one head at a time, because after that head dies, it won't respawn. That area for that brief amount of time before the next head that spawns to either side of it is your breathing room. You always want to have a breathing room when you're fighting these Hydra heads, otherwise you'll just straight up die. You're gonna take too much damage and you're gonna die. You're not gonna have enough room to maneuver, and that's gonna be it. Okay. But yeah, I mean, if you don't take the pack at the start to make the Hydra harder, it won't be that difficult. Well, I'm sure it'll be a challenge, but it won't be as hard as that last one was, where there's lava everywhere and they spawn very close to one another. In the easier one, they spawn pretty far aside and you have a lot of room to maneuver. We're not going to use this. Our special is not great. This is bad. This is fine. It's okay if we face more foes. Our blades are just going to cut them down. Yeah, but so far, experiment's been successful. Just to show that boons are somehow easier. Not boons. Duos are somehow easier to find in ever since the update. I don't know if this is a byproduct of their patching, but I like it. And it's also a good time for anybody who's on the fence about trying out Hades. I think right now is a great time to get into it, even though it's gonna be a while before they finish the game. It's a great time because you'll be able to experience everything. In my opinion, the game is pretty much finished. At least all 4 stages that they want are done, and you know, you get a high chance to encounter duos, which who wouldn't want to see all these cool effects? Also, they make the game so much more fun when it's just easy. We're general play. Oh yeah. General playstyle is still the same. Our mindset when we go into these fights, for right now, is we want to preface all of them with our specials and our hunting blades. Wait, where's the last one? Oh, ooh, that's awkward. You respawn. Oops.
Disappointing for these so-called champions.
And that's that. Got another hammer. We'll take it. Oh, I should have mentioned this. Hammer is the most valuable thing out of everything. When I said palms, when I said the ordering was palms and hearts, then boons, hammer's is at the top. Hammer outranks pretty much everything. Sometimes, I mean, as you saw earlier, sometimes it doesn't outrank double boon, but those are very unique situations. I'm just running around because I don't want to deal with these exploding kamikaze chariots. Oh, cool. Our blades got the arrow archers. Perfect. Oh, yeah. Oh, we need to get rid of that invulnerability guy. Or is there two of them? There's two of them. No, there's three of them. Or they're the only ones left. And they can't make each other invulnerable, which is great. Okay. Okay, that's it. Infinity Chamber is great. Spread Fire isn't that great. Rocket Bomb is We'll go with Infinity Chamber. I always appreciate it when I never have to reload. Poseidon again here. That's fine. We're still looking for a Wrath. You're not gonna have a Wrath available when you first play, but after a few run-throughs, essentially what it does is just gives you another ability. Put it very bluntly. Oh my goodness, can I just shoot him? There we go. Yeah. This is the best. Basically, you turn into an invulnerable ball of charging power. That's the best way I can put it. Since we already have 200 health, we might as well just go for more money. The last stage that you're going to go to requires a lot of money. We start off with the special, then we throw our blades out. Watch out for the explosions on this stage. They have two stages. First they come at you as a giant ball, then they, oh my goodness, I accidentally took that damage. Sorry, just to show off Poseidon. You turn into a ball of invulnerability and charge people. Oops. Took a little too much damage on that one. I'll try to be a little quiet while I play with it. These are all great to have. We're not going to sell any of these. Poseidon, Dionysus. Interesting. These are all fine. Or take boiling point. So the reasoning for taking Poseidon here is, in my eye, they're all roughly the same in terms of what they're going to give me. However, Dionysus's anger, and this Dionysus' anger is way more manageable to deal with than Poseidon's. Poseidon's is very finicky. Like sometimes the enemy is just standing there. The next moment, they're just charging at you with everything that they have, and you're just like, what? And they're unstoppable, by the way. Yeah, very, very annoying to deal with. Whereas Poseidon's, oh god, I should have gotten a hit right there. Oh, we're gonna charge him. Oops, missed. They made the hitbox smaller. Whoops. This is really good. I really want to take this. But positive outlook is insane. Between these two, we're going to take this. So the reason you take this encounter is this guy will offer you items as well, and one of them is a Death Defiance. You get to revive one time. Phenomenal. That Death Defiance is worth about 250. It's really, really good. Oh, when arrows are shooting at you, hide behind something solid, right? If they're not behind you, they have to be in front of you. And if they're in front of you and you're behind something solid, they can't kill you. They can't shoot you. Oops. Didn't take my own advice. That's awkward. We can throw our special at either the first one that's spawning or wherever a cluster of them are spawning. Personally, I like clusters. We just want to take out as many of them as possible at one time. Even if the first one spawns, and if you can't hit, if the first one spawns and he's far away, can't hit us, it doesn't matter. He's more or less insignificant. I see the Chaos Gate down there, but I'm just looking at my options. We're gonna be fighting the boss upcoming in this upcoming one. In this case, I don't want to make it hard for myself. Make it unnecessarily harder for myself. After party's fine. It's the best one out of the rest. Slicing shot. Make our duo even stronger. For this fight, obviously our condition is very unique. Just by having hunting blades, this fight becomes so easy. And we're gonna go full Poseidon here. In this case, we're going to focus on Theseus first. Just keep in mind that he has a shield, so you have to hit him from the side. But if you have blades that are omnidirectional, it doesn't matter. What I want to do at this point is I want to play around this pillar, and I just want this this bull, the Minotaur, Astraeus, to stay within this range. That way my blades don't have to chase as far to hit him. Just makes the remainder of the fight easier. But yeah, in general, if you're starting out, play around the pillars. I would recommend watching other VODs that I have in my. I'm gonna link my guide in the description box, and I recommend watching just other fights with all the other weapons. Each scenario is specific naturally, but in general, you want to be playing around pillars, and once you play them a few times and you understand their attack patterns, you'll figure out where their openings are. And as for which one to kill first, between the Minotaur or Theseus, it's up to you. Theseus has a lower health bar by far, but also once he reaches stage 2, you know, he gets very annoying because he summons a lot of circles to do damage. But yeah, just comes down to personal preference. Just looking at this, I want a hammer. I want another hammer upgrade, so I'm gonna go for gold whenever I can. Perfect. I see a key on the gold. That means this gold is very. This is more gold than regular gold. So regular gold is about 100. This is, I think, 200. As the final chamber reward. So right now, to get to that final chamber reward, we have to just battle out a lot of bosses, a lot of little chambers. We're just going to try and clear our distance as much as possible. And then once we have our distance, just let it at them. One thing to know with your cast is that sometimes they have weird coding, and that they won't go around pillars, but which is fine. That just means we have to shoot it straight forward. And he can hit me from across the gap. You know, always be on the lookout for small gold things in these rooms, because there's just so much gold lying around here. Oh, and when you do Poseidon, you want to do this kind of circular motion to maximize your damage. Oh yeah, yeah, oh yeah, yeah, oh yeah, 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 yeah. We're going to target the big one first. After this, it should be fairly easy. I'm going to throw blades in opposite directions. Stand within the blades. That'll be our best bet to not take too much damage. And we're just going to charge. We're going to stand out here. because if we're invincible, might as well. And that's it. Yeah, 200. Yeah, and always look for gold bases. We're very close to the 500. We just need to run through one more chamber. I'm not a fan of Artemis right here. I'd much rather just take an Ares. So if you look in the bottom right, that kind of stone thing right above gold, that is what it takes to alter something. Once you get really, really far, like end stage, like after you've upgraded everything else possible on the Mirror of the Night, this is what you start maxing. And I kind of want to take this. Screw it. Oops, probably shouldn't have done that. Oh well. Now I'm further away. But those are good upgrades. The good thing is that there's, you know, a lot of gold in these rooms. You're always going to heal by +3. But yeah, once you can, oh god, if you get poisoned, just drink from the well. Just be mindful of that. Yeah, see, we're almost there. I'll always go the big head first. We can worry about the small guys later. Get behind the pillar if you can't dodge their stuff. Might take damage here, yep. And the crossfire. Couldn't dodge everything. This head needs to die. I probably could have Poseidon charged, and I would have been able to do this final fight with no damage. We'll just take black metal. So now our casts are way bigger. Let's try running away from this. Yeah, and we got 500 gold. We're gonna take this hammer. Yeah. These are all pretty meh, but we'll take triple bomb. You can aim 3 bombs in a much shorter cooltime. That's essentially what it is. I like to just spam it. So I'm gonna alter this. I don't like Artemis here. Dionysus is fine. I'm gonna take it. Yeah, if we just stand in the center or inside the bombs, we just do. Oh no! I didn't see his bombs because my bombs were on top of his bombs. Yeah. I'm gonna take that. Nice, got his health, and that's all the bases. Alright, we can probably take on the last boss after this. Oh no, wait, it's not even up to me. I have to. I can't take on the last boss after this. I haven't even found the Satyr sack. We always look to take out the big guy first in these mini bosses. Phew! After that with no damage. Peer pressure is fine. Bad influence isn't that applicable in the last fight. Numbing sensation doesn't matter. We'll take peer pressure. And we're just going to clear out any vases with gold in them that we can see. 2 here. Yeah. Wait a little bit for the gold to get counted, and then we're off. So we can fight the final boss as is right now, but the problem is we haven't gotten our Satyr sack. So we just need to keep going through these. I mean, they're fine. We don't need to alter them. We could look for another boon since we have so many altars left, but honestly, it's oh shoot, missed a vase. Doesn't matter too much in the grand scheme of things. More health and ow. More health is always ow. What? I couldn't tell if that was a guillotine or if that was a rat. Probably a rat. Should have kept my distance. It's okay. The last chamber heals us if this is correct. I don't think this is the last chamber. Well, let's see if it is. No, it is not. No, it is not. It is not. So if you need to regroup on this, on the big heads, on the Gorgon laser heads, even though they're lasers, they don't shoot everywhere. Try to hide behind a pillar or, yeah, just circle around them. Dodge in a diag, dodge either perpendicular or diag. In this case that we can't see them, we're just going to charge them. Going to charge them back again. In that case, I was using Poseidon to merely scout the area since I wasn't sure what enemies had been left. I mean, gotta make that hunting. Not hunting, that slicing. Oh shoot, we got so many. Oh no, wait, here it is. Yeah, hunting blades. Gotta make the hunting blades stronger.
Need to keep looking down those passageways.
Yeah. We could keep altering this around. Eventually they loop back. Gold. Palm. Gold. Palm.
How about another?
And this last one they decided to just give me something different. Poseidon's fine. Poseidon's fine in the sense that it's not bad to have another ability, but it doesn't really do too much for us. Poseidon's end game is pretty weak. And Poseidon's, let me rephrase that. Poseidon's end game is really, really weak if you don't have any knockback effects. Which, for the adamant rail, that is, you know, you have nothing. If you already have knockback effects, Poseidon's end game is pretty good. Because it just enhances your knockback effects. Slamming enemies in the corners, into walls, giving you another push, stuff like that. Yeah. Well, this one would have been real nice to have beforehand now, wouldn't it? Well, we'll just take Razor Shells. This will help us when we cast. Not cast off, when we use our Wrath. And that'll be good. Gonna run over here. I'm gonna take double bomb to buff up something. Nice. 2 more ticks of damage. In grand scheme, 2 more ticks of damage doesn't seem like too much, or 1 tick doesn't seem like much on a cast, but if these casts are homing and they stay on you, that's a lot and a lot of damage that builds up. It's quite nice. Oh, and if you're a beginner, sorry for the spoilers. I should have told you guys earlier. Surprise! Here's the final boss. Who could this be?
I shall give you no
Oh, it's Hades. Yeah. Basically, we're just gonna run in there. Send in our blades. Drop the special on top of him. Oh, drop 3 special. Always keep the blades going. Whenever he spins like that, you want to go opposite to the direction that he's spinning in. Of course, I didn't do a great job there. I'm gonna finish our blades and I'm gonna just Poseidon him. Yeah, you want to go opposite to that. In that case, where he was spinning into you and you didn't have an opposite direction, just run. There's always a way out. That's the thing. Just gotta find whichever way out. Oops, didn't see that. Skull. So here's stage 1. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Oh, there we go. Dodge that to our best of our abilities. More specials. It's okay if he does this. I don't care. What? What face? Oh, now we Just do loop-de-loops. Loop. And there it is.
Again, you have defeated me, son.
So yeah, this is going to be my first VOD with since that's posted since the Superstar update. This is done with an hexaglyph. To be more specific, Eris's hexaglyph, I think. Eris's aspect. And this has got a lot of buffs and a lot of clears, but not my fastest. Yeah, that's gonna be it from me. I hope everybody managed to take something away from this. I don't think I played perfectly, but I think I play well enough that, you know, guarantees wins. So with that said, I wish everybody the best of luck on their runs, and I hope my guide helps you and these VODs can help you out in the future. So good luck. Thank you so much for watching.